You have to fight with a woman to elevate her mentally, spiritually, and physically, because this society has women and men operating on a very, very base level. You understand? So we have to understand we're going to war not with women. We're going to war for women against the society that has programmed and trained them that this is the way that they're supposed to be. And until we can win our sisters over, we have got to accept and deal with the reality of who they are and where they are because of how the system has raised them. So without further ado, I'm going to play this video, man. This brother, what's his brother's name? I'm trying to see it right quick. This brother's name is DeVale Ellis, I believe. His handle is at I am Ellis on Instagram and on Facebook. And this brother has a beautiful family, man. Got a beautiful wife, man. This is a brother he's a brother. And he's navigating the world of women and relationships and things like that. But he produces some content that's helpful for a lot of brothers in understanding different things when it comes to women. But this one video really struck a nerve with me because you can see in this video the moment that this brother realizes that his woman is not special, that his woman is not better than these other women, but that she played him the same way that a lot of brothers allow women to play them. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play the video. I will be pausing and stopping it to cut in and provide some commentary, all right?
As a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on that?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want something, but not.
Right now, dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But
you didn't press me. Are you gonna lie now
so
to the people? If we talking about sex, you're gonna
DeVal.
Lie now to the people?
DeVal. Knowing
you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So
listen. It's at this moment that this brother DeVale realizes that he let his woman lead him down a path that he never wanted to go down. He is talking about women forcing monogamy on men. Forcing men into something that women themselves are ill-equipped to be able to handle. And his woman's response was, I didn't force you to do anything. He's saying, how can you sit here with a straight face and say you didn't force me when you told me you wanted monogamy? Her response was, nigga, I want $1 billion. It doesn't mean I'm going to get it. Which means what? Just because she said she wanted it doesn't mean you got to go and give it to her. Now, if you give it to her, will she take it? Yeah. But you have a choice to take what she's saying she wants or not. At this moment, this brother DeVale is realizing, so you mean I didn't have to I could have kept you and not given you monogamy? And the answer she's giving him is yes. She is letting him know, DeVale, I did not force you into anything. I did not make you do anything that you didn't want to do. You gave me monogamy. You married me. You put a ring on it because you chose to do that. But he did not have to do it. And brothers, you have got to understand that your woman talks because she likes to talk. She doesn't talk because she wants you to hear and do everything she's asking you to do. Sometimes she just like to, get things off her chest. But when you conform to a woman, when you allow a woman to lead you and dictate the path that a relationship is going to go in, then you find yourself 10 years later with a broad who don't like having a lot of sex, but she's your only one, and you're miserable and wondering, how the hell did I get myself into this thing? Let's go back to the video.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying that means because I wanted and I requested that you were going to deliver it. Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Come on, you just said you wanted it and requested it. You're not giving yourself.
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to me.
So this is my question.
Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
okay,
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question, but at first you said women, or in general me specifically, are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like, I'm gonna hold a gun to your head to propose to me. Also, let me finish. Also, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before, because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
So that's...
Boom. She said she didn't even know what the hell she wanted. She did not know what she was asking for, and if she knew what she was asking for, she might have reevaluated it. I said this. They don't know what the hell they talking about, brother. These women don't know what they want. They don't know what they're asking for, and you're goofy if you give it to them. Why put your life in the hands of someone who's indecisive and doesn't know any better? If you a man and you know you love nasty, freaky sex all the time, and this woman ain't nasty, freaky sex all the time, why would you limit yourself to her? Why would you allow her to put you in a box when you nasty, freaky loving all the time and she's once or twice a week because her leg hurt or her back hurt or her guts ain't as, her guts don't stretch as much as you would like them to? If you allow yourself to be imprisoned by a woman like this, then you deserve everything that come along with it. When she's letting this brother know 18 years or 10 years into their marriage, say, bro, you didn't have to do that. You could have just kept me and did your thing. If you knew better, why would you let me lead you to this monogamy thing? She's just said, if I knew what this was going to be about, I wouldn't have asked for it. But just because I asked for it don't mean you had to give it to me. This is every woman, brother. This is how women think. They're indecisive. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're asking for. You should listen and hear and understand, but decide anyway what the hell it's going to be, and she can either get with it or she can get lost. But she's letting this brother know, I was down with you regardless, Deville. You didn't have to give me this. You didn't have to give me that. I was with you anyway. And the same way that they won't apologize for taking whatever you give them, don't you apologize for taking everything that you give to her that she accepts. We'll go on with the video.
That's fair, but we're not even talking about marriage. Let's even talk about dating, right?
Okay.
Two people are dating. Typically, in society, who asks for exclusivity first, a woman or a man?
I would say a woman.
Thank you. That was my whole point. See, you were going all over the place. If women typically ask for exclusivity first, then when they get exclusivity, say, he always on me, he always want to have sex. Why are we asking men for exclusivity if we do not want to participate in sex at the same level as men? We have to think about what that does to a man, and I don't think that's being that conversation is being had.
Okay, I agree, and that part I agree with. Yes, that women are typically the ones that will ask for the exclusivity. I get that, yes. But what I'm saying is, me as a woman, I don't think that I was necessarily prepared or in the mindset to know that. It's almost like once you get into it, then you're like, oh shoot, like this is what I'm going to have to keep up with.
She just said, I didn't know what I was asking for, and you gave it to me, and I got there and was like, oh man, this is what it is? Brother, don't let no woman lead you, man. Don't let no woman dictate the nature of anything in your life, because she doesn't know. I'm gonna let it come to that part, but there's something she's gonna say later in this, which drives home the point that I was making, that you are at war for women against the society, because the society is what puts these ideas, these goofy ideas in their minds that this is the way life is supposed to be. This is how a relationship is supposed to be. and they do not know any better, brother. You have to know better. You have to be the responsible one, because how the hell could she? She has no idea what she's doing. She's lost without you. She needs your leadership. The brother DeVale is missing the point. He's asking, if you don't want to have a ton of sex, why are you trying to limit me? The answer to this brother is because they want to see if they can. Women, they don't have a filter of I shouldn't do it or this isn't right. They just, well, let me see if he do it. I'm gonna press this nigga about being the only one. I'm gonna press him. I'm gonna tell him I want to be the only one. I don't want to have no other women. I want to be the only one. I want to get married. I want to have a house. I want to, put a ring on it. I don't want to be shacking up unless we're married. And she's just throwing shit out there to see what sticks. If you're the goofy guy who lets whatever she throws out there sticks, then you deserve all the misery and the frustration and the headache that you get. But these women they will be whatever you need them to be. Stop feeling guilty for being a man. If you got a woman that will be with you and you ain't got to give her no kind of commitment, no kind of verbal agreement, then have that woman be by your side forever. But here's the thing, brothers, you got to be righteous about it. Don't be some evil bastard, some monster who get a woman that's willing to give herself to you and not require anything but you to love her and then take advantage of her, use her up, and then throw her away. We're going to get into that with another one of these videos that's coming up. A lot of brothers, you got these women who are willing to lay themselves down at your feet and give you their lives, and then you just take them and use them and abuse them and then throw them away. That is a weak-ass sucker mentality. It's damn near worse than being a simp, is to be a nigga that'll take a woman that's laying herself at your feet and then you use her up and throw her away and break her for another brother never be able to fix her, man. Let me continue on with the video.
Speaking as 36-year-old people, know that now. Had I known that at 26,
I get that.
I would have to contend with that. Even
that.
in the dating realm, then it might have been something I would have reevaluated.
So now let's go back to what you asked me. You said to me you never pressured me to get married. In 2007, we were living together, right? You said you no longer wanted to live up with me and shack up with me because you wanted to be my wife, not my girlfriend.
Right, because I wanted to know where
that
the relationship was going. That don't sound like pressure to you? It sounds like me voicing where I see my life going. It sounds like me saying, this is what I would like. You can decide to meet me there. If not, we can reevaluate what exactly we're doing.
Okay.
Would I call it pressure per se? Not necessarily pressure.
It is pressure. But you don't want to say it's pressure. What about being engaged?
You might have felt pressure.
What about
being
being
no pressure
engaged?
behind it.
I said, we don't got to rush to get married. You said, I don't want to be engaged longer than a year. Is that not pressure?
That's me voicing my opinion about it.
Sounds like pressure.
Again, this sister is a down-ass sister because she's telling him plainly, I mean, hey, nigga, I said it. I mean, you decided to run with it. Fellas, this is how they feel. This is how they think. No woman feels guilt. No woman feels responsibility. No woman feels like I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have done that. Not if you enable them. Women do not have a filter that says, this nigga's giving me a mile. A woman is not satisfied with a mile. If you ask her, if she asks for a foot and you give her a mile, she's taking 50 miles, brother. She's not going to be like, oh my God, I asked for just a foot and he gave me a mile. That is not how they think. They don't have that kind of filter. A woman says, I asked for a foot and this nigga gave me a mile. Bitch, I'm taking 50. This goofy nigga gave me a mile. I would have been happy with a foot. He gave me a mile. I'm about to get 50 miles out of this nigga and then I'm going to dump him for a nigga that won't give me an inch. You have got to be the nigga that don't want to come off an inch. She asked for a foot. You got to be like, man, listen, bitch, I got this inch for you. You can get this inch and be happy with it. She will cherish the inch that you gave her when she asked for a foot. But if you give the bitch a mile and she asks for a foot, the bitch is gonna say, this nigga, is this nigga crazy? He gave me a mile and I would have been satisfied with an inch. Let me see if I can get 50 miles out of this nigga. But let's get back to the video.
Special to me. So you say you want to be engaged, I get engaged. You say you want to be married within a year. We do that. We get married, then you make it seem like sex is a chore to your husband. Once again, I ask the question, why do women who push forth monogamy on the man they're dating then get overwhelmed with that man who tries to provide that monogamy to you? Why do you get upset when we're trying to be what you want us to be? You don't want me to be with no one else, right? Right? I'm asking. This is a serious question.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want me to be with no one else.
Absolutely.
So if I decide that all this testosterone I have, I want to give to you, why is it so overwhelming now? This is what you asked for.
Again, 26 and 27-year-old Kadeen
Uh-huh.
was like, okay, here's the natural succession of life. You graduate, you're working, you meet somebody, you guys are dating. You want children.
Yes.
I want children.
Yes.
We don't want to wait too long or too late to have children.
Yes.
Though now a lot of people are waiting until they're 30 to have children.
And I understand why.
And we at that time felt like, well, we're doing everything in this natural succession that the forces that be have given us this timeline. However, I did not realize that after having children, after, career changes, all of the turbulences that we've been through in life, that was going to have a direct effect on my sex drive.
Now, here's what y'all gotta understand, the heavy point she just made. That whole timeline she laid out, the whole 26, finished with college, we met, we're dating, you want kids, I want kids, we don't want to wait too long, we get engaged, we get married, because that's the timeline that's been laid out. That was given to her by her oppressor. That was given to her by the society. Someone else is dictating inside these women's minds what they should and should not want in life. Instead of you bending the knee and bowing to what the hell a woman says she wants because she learned it from the society, fight that woman to be what you need her to be and say, fuck the society.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.